It's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. Let me put this music on pause. I'm doing something different today, you guys. I am doing a live get ready with me. As many of you all know, I'm going to the Rick Ross concert tonight. It's called the Legends of the Street Tour. So I seen maybe a week ago this lady was doing a live get ready with me, and all of my makeup videos in the past have been pre-recorded, and I have to cut them up and edit down to like 10 minutes so it won't be so long. But I said, why not do it live? Because I haven't done a makeup review in a really long time, and a lot of people are always asking for makeup tips, and I'll put it out there right now. I am not a makeup artist. I am just a makeup fan. I love it. I love everything about it. I love the way it transforms my face. So I can give you advice from what I do to my face, but I am not a professional. I just love makeup. So I had this whole look I wanted to do for you all because this is not what I'm wearing to the concert. Hey, Glenda, I see you in the chat. I'm not wearing this to the concert, but I'm wearing something similar. I'm wearing a Rick Ross t-shirt, and it's red with some flare bell-bottom jeans. So I wanted to do a neutral face with a pop of red shimmer. And I've been looking everywhere, and I can't find my palette with my red shimmer. So on the fly, I'm going to come up with something. I'm going to start off doing the neutral face, and as we get to them eyes, I'm going to pull something out with what I got. So let's get started. I've already prepped my skincare. I've been in the shower. I washed my face. I did everything. You all know how I am about coming on camera without my glasses and these dark circles, but I'm going to show y'all how I do the concealer. The first thing I'm going to start off with is my MAC Prep and Prime. If I take a shower earlier in the day and I just want to refresh my skincare, refresh that moisturizer under my skin, because I typically have oily skin. So I try to use skincare that will keep my skin matte. So I like to refresh it before I put my makeup on. I like for my skin to be moisturized with the makeup. Pardon me while I put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Now, as we do this, get ready with me. If you all have any questions about makeup or anything as I'm going through the process, please get in the chat. Please ask. If you're watching this on a replay, please ask the questions. I'm very active on my YouTube, and I will respond to you. Or as we're going through this and you want to talk about a hot topic or something, throw the hot topic in the chat and we could talk about it as we're doing this. I am on a mission to finish my makeup in an hour. I usually can do it in an hour, but I don't know if I can still do it in an hour if we talking and going. But step number 2. I want to be matte tonight, so I'm going to use my Benefits Pore Professional Primer. I'm going to use a stick foundation, and usually when I use a stick foundation, I like a more dewy primer, but it's going to be hot in the arena. I already know we're going to be dancing and stuff, and I don't want to be real sweaty, so I'm going to use a matte primer today, and I want to try to conceal my pores as much as possible. And usually the dewy primers show my pores, and so a matte primer usually gives me the coverage I want as my base. And I'm almost out of this, so this needs to go on my Ulta list to pick up some more of that from Ulta. So I'm just gonna press this all over my face. I really like to put it on my cheek area because that's where I get the most shiny, and that's where my pores usually show up the most. So, and this Benefits primer, it makes my skin feel like silk. Like, I wish you all could reach out and touch it if you all use that Benefits primer. So it's really good for a stick foundation as well. And I like to just tap a little bit under my eyes. I don't like to put a lot under my eyes because I don't want to look wrinkly. And you all know when you get to a certain age, I always hashtag makeup over 40. You all can see the lines. They start, as much as I try to moisturize, they starting to come out. So I don't put a lot of product under my eyes. So I'm going to forget the numbers, so I'm going to quit counting because I ain't going to get it right. I'm going to use this I'm gonna use this sponge. It don't matter which sponge. I'm a fan of, these are Beauty Blenders, and then Beauty Bakery. That's a Black owned makeup brand. They have some of the best sponges out there. Now, you all know I hate these dark circles. We about to conceal them real quick. The best thing you can do if you have dark circles under your eyes, and I also have this pigmentation on my cheeks, you have to have a peach or a red. They call it red, but it's more of a peach color. What do we call this? Color corrector. Now, I got the Makeup Forever color corrector. It's hella expensive, but I like it because it goes on like foundation. It's very thin, but you can get this one. This not even open, for $3 from any beauty supply store or Ulta, $3 or $4. You don't have to go crazy with Makeup Forever, but I'm wearing my expensive stuff tonight because, you know, I gotta look good for the concert. So I want my under eyes to look flawless. And I use the back of my hand for everything. And you know, it's my hand. I washed it, so it's clean. So I put this on like foundation. I dab my beauty blender in it. And first I just put it under the eye as like a little base. And because I wear glasses, you all know I wear my glasses majority of the time. I have these two little permanent little marks on the bridge of my nose for my glasses. So I lay that there. And once I lay it there, I blend it in like regular old concealer because I want it to lay very flat. I don't want it to be cakey. And as you can already see, it's already concealing the dark circles. I do it on my cheeks. And I really blend it in because I already wear enough makeup on my face. I don't want a real heavy layer. And it's going to conceal them dark circles on the cheeks. And also, you don't have to do this, but if you're kind of bright skinned like me, I have facial hair that grows right here. And I usually shave it off, or when I go to the beauty store or the nail shop, I'll get it waxed. But it leaves like a dark print, like I don't know, like the pores from the facial hair. And I don't like to look like I have any facial hair. So I'll go ahead and cover that up too. So everything could blend seamlessly and beautifully. Now, if I go like this, my mirror is right here. So I'm just going touching base with my mirror to make sure I look right. Because, you know, even though we live and we doing makeup live, I still got to go somewhere after this. This is not a sit in the house makeup review. I do got to go outside. So I feel like I'm blended evenly. So let's move on to the foundation. And I always use makeup wipes after every step just to wipe off the back of my hand, because I could get a little makeup plate or something, but why spend money when you have your hand? So my favorite stick foundation is Huda Beauty. This is color Gingerbread 430N. This is one of the best stick foundations. One, because I haven't found one that matches my color. And what I like about this stick foundation is it blends in with the skin. I can wear this same color in the wintertime and in the summertime, and it's still a perfect match. I feel like this banner, y'all know this Kiss My Cheeks TV. Let me see if I can take this off because I feel like it's in the way, or if I can make it. Let's just take it off. I don't know. I'm going to take it off for now. We'll go back to the banner on another review. So what I do is I just draw lines, and look at that. You can't even hardly tell I drew a line on my face. Perfect match. I'm going to have to look in the mirror for this because the camera is backwards. And I just draw it. I don't want to look like I have on a lot of makeup today, so I'm not going to do a real heavy coverage. Like, I really am going for a natural look with a pop of drama on the eyes. And like I said, I ain't got to the, I'm going to pull this pop of drama off, but we're going to get to it. So after I draw the lines on my face, I'm going to blend it in with one of my favorite makeup brushes. This is the Morphe Brush E63. This brush came out when Morphe just released a new liquid foundation. Maybe about 6 months ago, they released this new brush and it blends in foundation perfectly. And so I'm just going to do what we do and blend this in. And I just take it all over. Now, when I get to my eyes, I don't put foundation under my eyes. I leave those blank. As you can see, you can still see the color corrector. And I have my hair in a ponytail. So a trick I do, because my ears tend to be lighter in the wintertime because they aren't tan, I just dab the foundation on my ears so they could kind of look the same color. And that's it. You ain't got to put a whole bunch of foundation on your ears, just a little dab. Do. Now I might put a little bit on my nose because my nose is very red. Like, what do they call it? Don't I told you I'm no makeup artist. I don't know the technical term. I think it's called rosacea, or I know it ain't rosé because rosé is a wine. But I typically get red on my nose, and you're supposed to use a green color corrector, but I don't like using a ton of color corrector on my face. And I usually just dab here and get on the side of your nose. Make sure you just get that foundation everywhere. So what I'm going to do is, because my nose still looks a little bit red, I just put a little bit more foundation. That's what it's called, rosacea. I'll probably still saying it wrong, but I put a little bit more foundation on my nose and on the places where I tend to get a little bit red, and just tap that in and blend it so it'll kind of stay and it'll cover up a little bit more of the redness. Now I feel like I'm good and blended. I'm gonna hit, under the chin a little bit. I don't really do a lot on my neck because you can already see this foundation is a perfect blend. I don't have to pull it all the way down because it's already the same color as my neck. Now let me check the mirror real quick because, like I said, this ain't for TV. I gotta go outside after this. Yes, I feel blended. So this is what I do with my eyes. I'm gonna get a fresh sponge. I think I'm gonna use the Beauty Bakery one. And I don't use a dry sponge with my concealer. I just have I fill this up with water, squirt a couple of squirts. I don't want it drenched. And then I kind of roll it to get the excess water off. And I use 2 different types of concealers on my eyes. And I'm going to show y'all why. Now, this is Tarte. This is the Shape Tape. This is a more liquid concealer. It's not as creamy as that first edition of the Shape Tape. And Lord, the bottom came off, so I can't tell you what color this is. I'm sorry. But, oh, here it is. I can't even say it. Auroral, Auroral. This concealer is the perfect shade. So what I do under my eyes, I tap this concealer just a little bit. When you over 40, you don't want to put a lot of product. I'm going to tap this right where the darkness is. And then I also put it on my lip because I want to make sure the lip don't have no kind of darkness on it. So this is my first round of concealer, and then I just blend this in. And I use a sponge for my concealer and not the brush because I want to tap it and make sure it really gets into the skin. And you see how it just looks seamlessly my color. And I'm gonna do the same thing with these eyes. And y'all heard the trick a million times. Don't put a lot of product underneath your eyes if you're starting to get any kind of crease. Like you can see, I got a little bit of crease. But because you don't want, the more makeup you put in that crease, the more the crease is going to show. So you want just a little bit of makeup. And this, I'm telling you all, this is all I put under my eyes to conceal the dark circles. And that's probably, if I had one insecurity, is I hate the dark circles under my eyes. And that's the one thing I always conceal. If you see me out the house without my glasses or sunglasses, you better guarantee I got some concealer on. Okay. I feel like something trying to get in my eye. Now, that's not it, because I do like a little bit of contour. I'm going to go in with my Makeup Forever. This is the Velvet Skin Concealer. What color is this? Everybody put it ain't 24H. It might be 24H, but I always use, when I want to contour, a concealer that's extremely lighter than my skin tone. And so what I'm about to do is go in with this concealer. I rub the excess off because I don't want a lot. And I tap it. Let me look in the mirror a little bit. I tap it across my forehead because I want to have a lightness there. I bring it down the bridge of my nose, little nose contour, and then just tap a little bit on the sides. I've already evened out my skin tone here, but I like the look of the T contour, so I just tap a little. I just put too much, but I'm gonna blend it. I'm gonna blend it out, and then on the chin. Now I like the contour look under the eyes, but I don't want concealer in my wrinkle spots and my fine lines. So I start my concealer contour underneath. So I'm gonna go here and bring it out. That's giving me the lift. I'm gonna start here and make sure underneath the lines and bring it up and out. That's gonna give me the eye lift I'm looking for. And I got my high ponytail. I got it wrapped up in a bun right now, but you know, a high ponytail already gonna give you that arched snatch look anyway. So we about to bring the arch all the way up. Now let's blend this out. I'm gonna start here. It's gonna all it's gonna come together at the end. I don't do my makeup in the steps as many of the YouTubers, other makeup artists, YouTubers do. But I have my own way because it's my face and I know how to get my face right. Now, you just blend, 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 beat, beat, beat. This is when they say you beating your face. This is what you're doing, blending it in. Now, I put way too much contour right here, but we going to make it work. And sometimes if I feel like I did too much, I will use the bottom of my sponge, which is clean, just to pick up some of the excess product. But it's going to look good at the end. I ain't worried about it. And then I bring it on down the nose. Give my nose a good snatch. Y'all, I'm so excited for this concert. I done said it a million times. We were supposed to go to this concert back in October, and they canceled it and rescheduled. So I'm ready to go. I got my t-shirt ready, and I'm ready to have a good time. So you can already see the little dark light, little contour. It's going to look more defined once I powder my face down. Now, under the eyes, I keep it, I feel like I'm going backwards because the camera is backwards. I don't pull this contour up. I keep it right here. I'm going to have to do it in the mirror and kind of angle it so I can see in real. And I kind of pull it to the side of my nose and I pull it all the way up, but I leave it underneath the fine lines. I don't bring any of the lighter color underneath the fine lines, and it's going to give me that highlighted look we looking for without having to use a lot of products in the areas you don't want to use it. And bam, that looked kind of good. That came out good. Now I'm about to powder this down. I have 2 sets of powders I use. I'm gonna show y'all what I do. And wait, I'm missing something. Oh, for whatever reason, when that concealer gets on my lips, this is the perfect time I like to re-moisturize my lips and plump them with my Too Faced Extreme Lip Injection. It's supposed to be a lip plumper, and this is just, it has a little pink undertone to it, but it don't matter because I'm putting lipstick on. But it's just a way for me to re-moisturize my lips. And I don't care if it's a placebo or not. I feel like it make my lips look more plump. So I go ahead and plump my lips in the middle of the process so they can get good and plump by the end when it's time to put my lipstick on. And it also rinses away that concealer that got all over my lips from the other part. Now, the first powder I'm going to use is the Makeup Forever. If you can't tell, Makeup Forever is one of my favorite brands for, as we call it, the base, like foundation and concealer and powder. This is the blurring powder foundation. So it's supposed to be a foundation, but it's also a smoothing powder. And I can't open it with my nails. You can tell I didn't use the hell out of this. It's probably time for another pan, but I'm going to get my money's worth because this is expensive. This is about $40 or $50. So I'm going to use it till the whole pan is showing. But I just use a little bit of it. I like a flat brush, and I dip my flat brush into this powder, and I tap it everywhere. I just put that highlighting concealer, and it makes it go bam. Like, it's going to make that highlight stay like, stay right there. So that's what we're going to do. This is the only powder I use underneath my eyes, and I got to be quiet so I can concentrate on where I'm pressing this. And I press this into the under eye area. You can already see from this eye to this eye, this one is already more smooth. And it has completely took that dark circle out the way, and it completely took that fine line out the way. This is a smoothing foundation powder. It's going to have you, this is all you need under your eye, and it's set. It's set, and you can, it ain't no filter on this, one eye to the other. It's set. This is why I spend $40, $50 on this. It'll last you a year or two because this the only thing I use it for is to press under my eye. And that's it. And bam, there I go. Done. And then I just press this, like I said, everywhere. I use the highlighter just to kind of set it in. So that's set. Now, just for the purpose of a light contour, Lord, oh, this is just the sponge. I brush it where I want my contour. It just gives me an outline of where, when I do come back and contour my cheeks, I brush this under it. So it kind of just gives me a guiding line. And it makes your skin super soft. So I love this setting powder. Now, just to be extra, I'm going to use my favorite. This is a true setting powder. This is the Fenty Beauty Cashew Pro Filter Setting Powder. I use this out of habit. I really think after I powder with that flat one, it's good. But out of habit, I like the way this cashew contours with my foundation. This is a sponge. That powder kicked up some dust. This is a simple e.l.f. No, this is Real Techniques. It's a powder sponge. So you don't use this type of sponge for foundation. You only use it for powder. I dip it in my powder, get a ton of product, tap it off, and then I put it exactly. And you see how it's more defined. And this cashew color is perfect if you have a lighter skin tone or even a darker skin tone, because it's going to give you that contrast of color that you're looking for, especially if you don't want your face to look yellow. A lot of people love banana powder, and I got all the banana powders. I got all the colors and many more that you can need, but I don't like my face to look yellow. This looks more like a skin tone powder. So I'm gonna press it everywhere. I'll put it here on my chin. I'll go ahead. I gotta be quiet. I'm about to suck in the cheeks and put it here. And it's gonna go ahead and snatch the face real good. And then I'm gonna put it on the nose and under the eye. Now again, I'm not gonna put it in my fine lines. I tap, let me look in the mirror. I tap it on the nose here, and then I keep it underneath and pull it up. And this is the only part that I bake. I don't really like baking because I feel like if I bake for too long, my skin is going to look overly dry. But this is the only part. And then this also catches the fallout. So if I have any fallout, it's going to catch right here. And then, of course, I want to tap it on down the nose. Simple. Yes. Love it. Now, like I said, I don't bake. I'm not a baker. I only leave this here to catch fallout. And y'all can't really see, but I'll be having a ton of powder all over my t-shirt. Wipe that off. Get a brush. And I'm just going to wipe this off and then kind of press it in. Wipe it off everywhere else. And after I wipe it, I always tap it in to kind of keep some of that contrasting color. And there. Now we can move on to the eyes. I use my bronzer and blush. I do all of that last. Now, I am not a brow girl. I mean, I am a brow girl, but I am not the brow expert for video purposes. And this is probably the only part, like if I was doing a pre-recorded, I would do this off camera. But since this live, y'all got to rock with me live as I get these brows together. So the first thing I always do is I brush them up. I like for my brows to be straight up so I can see the exact lines I want to draw on my face and fill in. So we're going to brush them all up so they can be all going in a uniform direction. And y'all see what I mean about a high ponytail? It just snatches that arch. It snatches that arch really well. Now, again, I done said this a million times tonight. I got to go outside. So I got to kind of turn to my mirror. I'm going to pull it a little bit closer to me. So y'all can kind of see what I do with my eyes. I don't do nothing special. I guarantee you it's nothing special about what I'm about to do to these brows. But I do have to be able to draw these lines straight. What I do is I draw the line on top first so I can build out how I want my arch to peak up top. Once I have it there, I pull it on down. Now it's the under eye that's hard because I like for my under eye to go straight like whoosh. And sometimes I have to do a lot of filling in because I don't necessarily believe my eyes go in that my eyebrows grow in that natural direction. But I don't mind filling it in with some pencil because it's giving me the look that I want. And then once I have the under one done, I pull it on down. Now, the only part I really fill in with the pencil is from the arch onto the tail. They call this the tail of the arch. I want that to be dark and filled in, so I kind of color that in like a coloring book with a crayon. And see, just fill that in. But I like this to look more natural, so what I do, y'all know the flick. I flick it on up in an upward motion because I don't want it to look too dark. Wait, I gotta get in the mirror. I gotta kind of pull that. And then I'm just gonna, all the way till I get to the end, just flick it up till it looks full. I did pretty good. I promise you, I've never done my eyebrows on camera. I always do that piece off camera. I'm gonna clean it up with a concealer pencil in a minute. Now this one is the hardest one because I don't know why. I guess as you get older and you lose a little bit of hair on your edges, parts of my eyebrows don't grow anymore either. So I have like hair loss in my eyebrows, and this one is the worst. Y'all can really see this one on camera because it's closer to the mirror. If you mess up, just I use my finger and wipe it off because I don't want to wipe off all my powders. But this one doesn't arch as high naturally as the other one. So I kind of got to draw it where I want it to be. This one is hard. But they looking alike for right now. So once I get it to that peak, as you can see, I naturally don't have hair on this side where the peak is. That's where some of my hair loss came from. I might try, I don't want to try tattoo brows, but I might try the blading where they kind of do, I guess it's non-permanent tattooing of the brows just to bring back where I have some hair loss in my brows. I had an eyebrow artist. I don't know what they call themselves, but it's someone before the pandemic I used to go to every 2 weeks for my eyebrows. And she said, I used to do the threading, and she said the threading can cause hair loss on the eyebrows or if you wax it too much as well. And I'm like, well, what you supposed to do if you can't thread or wax? I don't know. This one, as you can see right here, I have a lot of hair loss right here, so I kind of got to really draw my lines on this brow because it's naturally just not the same. And I just like to draw a straight brow up into the arch. That looks good. And then pull it on down. And then color it in again on the tail part. I like the tail to be dark and full. They ain't really looking alike. I'm gonna clean that up. And then do the flick it up to fill in the other part. And just take it from the line you drew and just pull it up. And it makes little hairs until you're satisfied with the fullness of the brow. Kind of pull this down some. And as usual, I love this brow and I hate this one. This natural. It ain't nothing I can do. Let's see how we can clean this up. Now, the best way to clean up your brows is to use a concealer pencil. I love this one because it's concealer on one side and it's a highlighter on the other. But I just want to conceal for right now. And since I am going outside, I'm going to sharpen it to get it really sharp. And let's see. Now, this one is what I consider the perfect eyebrow. It's the one that I like, that's looking right. I love the way concealer under the eyebrow, as you can see, it just made that eyebrow pop. It just made it pop. So I love that. And you can clean it up on top, a little bit on top. Yes, it makes the eyebrow pop. And what I do is I just kind of beat it in like foundation because I don't want it to look harsh. I still want it to look natural. So I just kind of blend that in. And that's the what I call the perfect brow. Now let's see if we can make this will match. I ain't gonna wipe it off and start over. However it comes out, it's gonna come out. But I'm gonna start here and kind of try to clean up the line. Yes, it's already better. Concealer helps everything. That already made it better. But the top of my brow feels a little bit too big, so I'm gonna try to pull that down so they can kind of match. What y'all think? I feel like this one is still too thick. Better. Let's blend that out so it doesn't look so just so it looks more natural. And bam. First time doing my brows on camera is not too bad. Not too bad. And last and definitely not least, this is the Juvia's Place Brow Gel. This is the dark brown. We just gonna set these so they don't move. They don't move. And I just use a little bit of brow gel. Plus, I like for my brows hairs to be in the upward motion, so this kind of pushes them back up. And once it dries, these brows are not going to move until I wash them off tonight. I just bought this Juvia's Place brow gel maybe a month ago. It's one of the best brow gels out there. Juvia's Place kills it as a black owned makeup brand. I love Juvia's Place. Okay, so now that my brows are done, we're gonna move right on into the eyeshadow. And I'm gonna use my favorite eyeshadow base, Juvia's Place. This is shade number 2. This is like, they have a light one, a dark one, and this is like the medium one. You only need, when I tell you, let me show you, that much product, and that's still probably gonna be too much. It's still gonna be too much. This stuff is so pigmented. I take a little bit on my beauty blender. I'm gonna use one I already used today because we ain't gonna waste a whole bunch of them. Because I don't know about you all, once I use my beauty blender, I don't reuse it. Like once I use it for the day, I have a container on my makeup stand with fresh beauty blenders and used ones. And once the container is full, I wash them. I don't use my beauty blenders over and over again. Like once I use them for that day, that's it. Mostly because they keep a lot. It's a sponge, so they hold on to a lot of bacteria, and I don't like breakouts. And I feel like when you put all that bacteria on your face, it can cause breakouts. Now, that's a very little bit of product. You put it all over the eyes, and then because wipe it off the back of your hand, I tap it in with my finger just to make sure I don't have excess like concealer product on my eyes, so it won't mess with the blend of my eyeshadows. And I just tap that in just to make sure it's pressed into my lids. Bam. Okay, now again, this is the way Angie does her eyeshadow. I use a flat brush to carve out how I naturally want my eyebrows to be contoured. Or not eyebrows, but eyelids. Juvia's Place, this is their bronzer palette. It doesn't say which one it is. They have a couple, but this is like my shades of bronzer. As you can see, this is my favorite. I like for my eyes to match the same bronzer I'm going to use on my skin. So I use this as my first layer, kind of like what they call the transition layer. And I just dab it into my bronzer and I press it here. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I kind of pull it all the way to the nose, give me a good contour, just to shape how I want my eyelids to look. And it's like the same color my bronzer, so it's pretty much the same color of my skin, maybe just a touch darker. And I just use that as my base, and it looks really, 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 really pretty. And when I get ready to pull it down my nose, I'm gonna take it. I'm not gonna do it now, but it comes right down the nose, and it's seamless. That's a good trick, you all. Now it's just my trick. I don't know if other people do it, but use your bronzer as your transition, because it's just gonna make everything, your whole face, look more natural and pulled together. We're gonna do this on both eyes. And I don't do any blending. I just press this here because I want this color to be pigmented and natural and seen. I don't want it to I want this color to be seen. So I kind of press it all over, even though I'm gonna put some more colors on top of it. That looks good. And remember, we're going for a natural glam with a splash of glam on the lids. And I ain't got to how my splash is gonna look, but I'm gonna leave this bronzer right here because I'm gonna use that next. Up next, I'm gonna go back to my favorite, Juvia's Place. These are some little mini palettes they had. This is the Chocolates by Juvia. When I tell you I have every Juvia's Place Place palette ever invented. I have every Juvia's Place palette. Maybe not, if maybe not the ones that just came out, but and I might have them times two because my sister sends me all of her Juvia's Place. But I love this. If you love warm browns on your face, the chocolates is the palette. Now, this is usually what I would use as a transition color, but since I already used my bronzer, I'm going to go straight to this. They don't got the names on the back of here, but y'all see it. It's only the one that looks like a reddish brown. And that's going to be what they call the crease color. I'm going to press this into my crease as soon as I find the brush that I'm looking for. Let's try this one. I have a million brushes. One day I'm going to do a tour of my makeup stand. I have a million brushes, a million palettes, a million lipstick. I have a million of everything. And then I have a whole closet with my excess. A mess, but I love it. So I'm going to just tap, tap, tap this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to press it into my crease, then blend it out. Now let me look in the mirror for this part. See how I'm just touching it in the crease? It don't got to be perfect, because I'm going to blend it out in a minute. Okay, tap, tap, tap. Now I want to take a fluffy brush. This is another Morphe brush. I have a million Morphe brushes, I think. Some things are good to be expensive. Some things are perfectly fine, cheap. Morphe has the best brushes out there. I don't care what nobody said. I spent hundreds of dollars on those Sigma brushes. I spent $30 on a pack of Morphe brushes, and they work 10 times better. And all I'm going to do is blend this out. I'm going to blend it up into the transition. I don't like a lot of eyeshadow winged all the way out, so I try to just pull it to the corner and keep it back. I like my eyeshadow to stay on my eyes. I'm not really a winged person, mostly because I haven't perfected the straight line of the wing. But you see how this is a reddish brown. It gives you so much definition to the crease. And I have what they call hooded eyes. So I like for my crease to be dark. And then I like just for this little bit of lid to pop. I don't like for my pop to be all the way up here. It's too much. And I feel like that's what you have to do if you're a makeup lover. Like I said, I'm not a makeup artist. I'm just a makeup lover. You have to just play with your face and figure out what you like on your face. Practice it, perfect it, and then play with different colors. That's what I do. Like I have a million browns because I realized I love neutral browns, but I love pops of color. So I have tons of colors. And I just found the look I love, and then I just play with it and perfect it and then use different colors. Like I could do this look with browns, grays, pinks, purples, blues. I pretty much use the same steps, but just different colors, and it's going to give me the same look, and that's what I love. So press, press, press into the crease to make sure you're in your crease. And then use your fluffy buff brush, blend it out. This is my first live makeup get ready with me, and this is really a lot of fun. Let me look at the time. I'm still on time. I think I might still finish in an hour. So I'm definitely going to do more of these. I'm having a good time. And maybe next time I'll show you all how I do it with the purples and the grays, different color scales, and how you can just mix and match. In the summertime, I love to use neon colors on my lid. And you just have to find what works for you and then play with the colors. So I feel like this, that looks really good. So the next thing I'm going to do, when I tell you whoever invented this is the best invention. This is a brush cleaner. Mind you, I have a million brushes, so I could pick up a new brush if I wanted to, but who wants to wash all of those brushes at the end of the day? This is, I don't know what it is, but you just, this, in this little container, this thing only costs like $1.99, and it lasts forever. And you clean your brush. All the shadow I just used is now off of this brush. And now I can dip it right back into this same palette. And I'm going to go into this darker brown just to darken up the outer corner of my lid. Because I do want to be a little bit glam, but still kind of natural. And so I'm going to do the same steps. I'm just going to press the darker color. I ain't pick up enough because I don't see nothing. Okay, let's tap it. Maybe I might need a different one. Do y'all see? I don't. Okay, I see it now. Okay, I'm gonna press the darker color on the lid. I just want it on the outside. And I'm gonna do it on both eyes, and then I'm gonna blend. And I also found, this is just me, I'm a brown person. Like when it comes to my eyes, I use a lot of browns. I rarely use black because I feel like the dark circles under my eyes, once I use black, it could go raccoon really fast. And I don't like that. So I've learned just from trial and error that dark browns work better than for me than black eyeshadows. And I love a black eyeshadow. I love black eyeliner, but I just can't do it. It goes raccoon 0 to 100. Now, I pressed it there. I'm going to do a light blend, a very light blend. I'm going to take my same fluffy brush, and this is where I'm going to start to pull it out just a little bit. I ain't going to pull it all the way up here, but I'm going to pull that dark shadow out just a little bit, and I'm going to blend it kind of in that upward angular motion to give me, it just pulls the eyes up. I don't know the technical term, but it's going to pull the eyes up. And I'm going to do that, just blend it till it looks how I want it to look. Great and great. Now, I don't, it's one person in the chat. Y'all might can give me a little bit of advice. What color shimmer should I put on my eye? I want it red, but I can't find my Morphe palette with my red shimmer. I have this pressed glitter, which is in a red, but I don't know if I want to be all glittery. I guess since I'm just going to go there, I'm going to do gold, and then I'm going to tap the red pressed glitter on top. Yeah, I got a ton of pressed glitters, but they're more pink, and this is black because my shirt is red and black, but it has more like pastels in the black. So since I can't find my favorite palette, I'm just going to pull out a gold. So I'm going to pull out my favorite, these next to Juvia's Place. Dose of Colors probably has the best little mini palettes. I love Dose of Colors matte eyeshadows. They blend the best. The shimmers are no joke either, but Dose of Colors, as you know, is way more expensive than Juvia's. And as you can tell, I dropped it and I broke it, but this is my favorite gold shimmer on the market. It's the Dose of Colors. I don't know the name of this one. Oh, Cutting Edge. It's like the army green palette. So I'm going to pick up this gold shimmer. I have to be very careful with it because it will create a lot of fallout because it's broken. And I usually kind of just tap in it to pick up the shimmer and then just tap it on the lid. And like I said, I don't like my shimmer way up here. I like my shimmer, I'm going to have to look in the mirror, only on the lid. And I kind of draw it to kind of make sure I don't want any shimmer in my crease. And I kind of tap it on the lid. Okay, it's not giving me what I want, but I feel like the pressed glitter is going to set it off. This right here, like if I was to leave it just like this is something I would wear in the office, like something very natural and easy. But I want a little bit of drama for the concert. So we gonna get there. I would have set it off with that red shimmer. It would have been set off. I can't find that palette anywhere. And I might have to, and it's a Morphe. I don't know if y'all remember the Jaclyn Hill palettes. The first Jaclyn Hill palettes she had, and it had a red shimmer in it. And I bought that palette only for the red shimmer. And it was So pigmented, so bomb. And it's a shame that I have so much makeup where I have palettes where I have bought a whole palette just for one color. Just for one color. And that Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette was an example. Just for that red shimmer. I couldn't find a red shimmer anywhere else. But you gotta improvise and work with what you got. Okay, so that's the base of this. I'm gonna do the pressed on glitter last. I want to put on my eyeliner. I'm very simple. This brown eyeliner is the only eyeliner that I ever use. I use it every day. I love to try to put colors in my waterline, but sometimes they could be irritating. So I usually, if I do something really colorful and dramatic in my waterline, it's usually for pictures only. But since I have a concert and I want to keep my makeup on for a long period of time, I'm just going to use this brown eyeliner. And it's just going to give a little definition to the waterline of my eyes. Yep, as you can see, bam, bam. A little bit more glam. Hey, Charles. And I'll pull this down. Nothing special here. It's just eyeliner. And I'm not going to do lashes or anything like that today. I am not that great to do lashes on camera. We will be here all night watching me fool with some lashes. But I'm going to just put on some mascara tonight and call it a day. And plus, I only know how to work the magnetic lashes. It's still a lot I got to practice. So I did that. I guess I want to put on this pressed glitter before I wipe this powder off. So I'm going to use my makeup wipe and kind of clean my hand. And I'm going to use this finger. They say your ring finger is the most delicate finger for tapping on products. So I'm going to use this red. As you can see, it's already gold in it. Let's see if it gives me the desired look I'm looking for. So I picked up the product on my finger and I'm going to tap it. I just want it on the center of my eye. Oh, yes. Yes, that gave me the little bit of red drama I was looking for. Yes, just a little bit of red glitter in the center of the eye. I knew I would pull it out. I'm happy I trusted myself in this pressed glitter. Pressed glitter is very, you probably can't see it on camera right now, but in person, it looks like I just threw a ball of glitter in the middle of my eye. It's very glittery. And that's what I need for a concert. I need something to set it off. Get a little bit more of this product and press it on this eye. Make sure both eyes look alike. Yep, there I go. There I go. Okay, that's enough drama for the concert tonight. It's gonna be hell getting all this glitter off my finger. I should have did it last. I don't know why ain't nobody, because now I hope I don't get glitter on my face. Because now when I touch the rest of my face, I got glitter all over my hands. But we gonna work it out. Let's wipe this powder off. I have to close my eyes because I don't want powder to get in my contacts because that'll ruin my night fooling with these contacts. Now, I don't necessarily wipe this powder off. I kind of press it in to kind of give me more of a highlight look where I highlight and contour. Now we're going to get into this contour. I love, if I go out of the line, as you can see, I take a little bit from my leftover powder for when I powder, and you see how it cleaned up that line right there. This side doesn't really need to be clean. I'm kind of staying in the lines, but you see how it gave me a more definite line. And then I just blend that in and kind of cleans up the eyeshadow. Ooh, this is coming out good. Next, let's jump into the bronzer. I'm back to Juvia's place. And I love putting on bronzer with a huge, big, fluffy brush. I got this from, this is a It's Cosmetics brush at Ulta. They always have these brushes on sale. Wait till you see a sale because it's hell of expensive, but I got it for 50% off. And then all you do is dab, dab, dab. Put the bronzer. Bronzer brings your face back to life, especially if you're a warm tone person. Like I have a reddish undertone. Like when I tan, I turn red. So I love to bring that warmth back into my face. And that really helps because I know y'all's like, y'all, you put on all that highlight, but you ain't do the contour part. Well, here we are. I do my stuff all out of order, but this is just the order that makes me happy. And then you want to blend it because you don't want to see a line from where you had the highlight and contour. So you want to kind of blend it so it looks seamless. And now my favorite part is when I suck in my cheeks. I'm going to have to be quiet, but I love a contour. And I feel like I have a natural contour guide because you can still, like, it don't matter how much color corrector I put, you can still kind of see those dark circles on my cheeks. But that's where I like to place my contour. And since I'm going for soft glam, like I sometimes use this darker one, but that's when I'm going for heavy glam and I really want to be like sucked in. But since I'm going for soft glam at the concert, I'm just going to keep it here. And it just adds that warmth right back into my face. And then I push it here, like they say, kind of makes the chubbiness of your jawline go away. It ain't that much contour in the world, but I do it anyway. If you have a slimmer face, it might work, but I do it out of habit. That looks great. Now I just contoured. Now we're going to go to blush. I'm going to be a little bit dramatic with the blush. This is one of my favorite blush palettes. This is Artist Couture, the Love Sprung palette. It has two blushes and a highlighter. What I'm going to do today, this blush is more of my skin tone. So I'm going to use this blush to accent the highlight. And then I'm going to softly tap this dramatic pink on top just because I want the cheeks to be seen tonight. So I also use the It's Cosmetic Fluffy Brush. Like I said, wait for the sale because they are expensive. I'm going to tap into the natural color blush first. I suck in my cheeks. If you can see where your contour is, like your cheekbone is right here, that's where I tap my blush. And as you can see, it just makes the contour stand out more because it's like a natural blush. I am a blush lover. Of all makeup products, I probably wear too much blush over everything, but we all have something. So you might not want to put on as much as I put on if you're not into blush. That way I don't feel like I look clownish, but I love a lot of blush. Now, this is already setting it off, but I see you, Charles. But I want a little touch of this pink on top. So as you can see, I'm going to dab this brush one time, one dab. That's it. Yes, and that's it. It brought, you see how it's now pink instead of natural. I just want a touch of drama, one dab. That's it. And put that on there. Okay, leave it alone. Leave it alone because I could do too much. I can already tell I'm about to be team too much. So that's it. Now, since it's a concert, I would normally use this flesh colored highlight right here. Like this is a perfect highlight where it looks skin tone, but I want to be dramatic. So where my Juvia's Place, I'm going to use straight up gold highlighter. Juvia's Place. This the Heroin Glow #1. And I believe I got this for free somewhere. But once I got it, it's now my favorite highlighter. This is my highlighting brush. I'm going to tap it a lot of times because I'm just going, I want to be beaming. I want to go there. So if my blush is here, my highlight sits maybe this much on top of my blush. Let's go for it. I can see it. I hope I don't come out looking like a clown. Because I'm telling you, when you do your makeup in a camera versus a mirror, it's completely different. I feel like that's not enough. Let's do it one more time. Yes. It needed another coat. And since it's a concert, I'm going to go ahead and pull it on up to the temple. We might as well highlight the whole night. We might as well shine from everywhere. Yeah, we might as well. And then we're going to do the nose. Got to do the nose. Yep. I put mine right on the point of the nose. And then I put it on the middle of the bridge. Yep. And then, like I said, it's a concert. I'm going to put some on my eyebrows. Oh, wait. Hold on. I almost missed the step. I got to bring the contour down my nose. So let me do that first. Might as well snatch the nose up while we doing it. Yes, go ahead and snatch up the sides of this nose. I knew I missed something. Okay, now trying to put that highlighter back in there. So now the nose is snatched. Now I'm going to use the other side of my little nose snatching brush, and we're going to put some highlight in the eyebrows too. We might as well highlight everywhere since we're going out. Now, if you're not going nowhere, don't put on too much highlighter. Then you just going to look a fool. But I'm extra tonight. Yes. And yes. And I'm going to put a little bit of highlight in the inner corners, and then I'm done. Then I'm done. Okay. It's the little things, you all. Like, once you get that base done, it's the little things that set the whole look off. Now, and I already told you I'm not the lash girl. Okay, that's enough highlight. I put the brush is down. The brush is down. So I'm not gonna do any lashes. I'm gonna put on some mascara, but I'm not gonna put my mascara on camera because I gotta get up in the mirror to make sure I don't put no mascara anywhere on my face and ruin this. I am gonna do the lipstick, and then I'm going to put on my finishing spray, and then you all will see. The concert starts at 7, Glenda. I did this early because this is my first time doing makeup live. So I didn't know how long it would take me. So trust me, once I finish this makeup, I'm about to go sit down. I ain't about to do nothing else but sit down till my friend get here. Maybe have a couple of drinks because I'm not about to mess up my makeup. So my favorite lip liner, this is Chestnut by MAC. I use this lip liner every day for every color. I don't care if it's red, pink, purple, orange, green, blue, brown. Every color lipstick I own, I use this lip liner with it. Now, I ain't the best tracer, What I do is all that excess gloss I put on earlier in the video, I tap it off with my fingers, and then I'm gonna trace this eyeliner on. And I'm gonna use the mirror to make sure I trace it good. Hmm. And then I rub it in to give me a little base. You right, Glenda, this chestnut is legendary. And I hope they don't never discontinue it. I need to buy about 4 or 5 so I can always have it. Okay, I like to kind of overline the top, but leave the bottom lip more neutral, natural. And since I have this glam on my eyes, I said this in the video about old girl Zadia from Ready to Love. When you do a lot on your eyes, you do a little bit on the lips. If you're going to do a lot on your lips, you do a little bit on your eyes. You can't do both or you're going to look clownish. So today, I'm going to do natural lips. I love Fenty lip gloss. I got the heat, the cream, and the gloss. I got everyone she ever invented. I just got her new one is the lemonade, which is the gold one. Whenever Rihanna come out with a new one of these lip glosses, I buy it because these are the best lip glosses around. And this is probably the one I'm gonna throw in my pocket for the concert to refresh. This the Gloss Bomb Chocolate Heat, Hot Chocolate Heat. And as you can see, it's very natural. It's just gonna pull in a little bit of color. You're gonna see the MAC by Chestnut more than anything, but it's very glossy. And that's what I need. That's what I needed. And so I'm gonna put my setting spray on, and then like I said, once I finish this live, I'm gonna put on my mascara because I gotta concentrate. Right, Glenda, they are not sticky at all. This is my favorite setting spray. This is the Morphe Continuous Mist Setting Spray. These are really, really cheap, like $12, and it's the best setting spray around. I'm going to double set because I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to look sweaty. This is more of a dewy finish. I just like the finish of this, period. And then after I spray that, I'm going to use this. This is One Size. I can't think of the makeup influencer who created this brand, but I really like his stuff. I got a lot of his products. And this is a mattifying setting spray. So I'm going to put this on after to hopefully keep my look matte. But if you use a lot of powder, you have to set it with a spray or you just going to look ashy and dry and you don't want that. So let's go here. This kind of like hydrates your powders and brings them to life, and you gotta dry it down with a fan. This is my trustees. I don't know, somebody birthday party I went to, and they handed out these fans. And Kim, my coworker Kim's 50th birthday. This is the best makeup fan out there. And you see how I'm already dewy. You see how I'm already glowing. You see how that highlight is already popping. You got to set it with some setting spray. Patrick Star, that's who it is. Yes, I love the One Size brand. And so now I'm going to mattify it. Just hopefully that top layer will hold down the shine so I won't be so sweaty. And that's it, y'all. Thank you so much. Glenda girl, I know you rock with me. Charles, I saw everyone out in the chat. Thank you for supporting my live, my first live Get Ready With Me. I'm going to do these some more. This was fun. I thought it was going to take me 2-3 hours because I was like, you can't talk and do makeup. It's going to take forever. But this is my concert look. I ain't about to pull my ponytail down now. I'm going to post a picture on Instagram once, I have my t-shirt on and my ponytail all fluffed out. But this is it. This is what Rick Ross and Jeezy gonna see from the audience. I can't wait to have a good time. Thank you all so much for supporting. If you're on the rewatch, like I said, if you have any makeup questions, please put it in the comments. If you want to see any other colors or styles, let me know. But I might start doing this once a week. A Get Ready With Me live to just talk about makeup and have a good time on the YouTube. So thank you, Glenda. I will have fun at the concert. Rick Ross came out. Oh, he came out to see Usher in Vegas. He better do good tonight. He better do good tonight. And I'm gonna have my head on the swivel because it is still Memphis. All right. But y'all have a good one. Go ahead and like this video. And if this is your first time with Kiss My Cheeks TV, go ahead and hit subscribe. I'm pushing for 1,000 subscribers this month. I'm trying to get there. So you all have a good night. I'm going to have a good night. I'll report tomorrow how Rick Ross and them was. And I'll see you later. Bye.